We'd been on Iwo Jima for 4 days already, and it had been horrendous. The losses that we had suffered were immense. The company I was with had lost over 50% of the people involved, and the war where we were at was going full tilt.
I was at general quarters on the flag bridge of the USS Estes as an aviation gunnery talker to Admiral W.H.P. Blandy. At the time, we were about 2 miles off of Suribachi.
We landed about nine. I think it was about 9 o'clock in the morning, and we ran up the beach. It was. I was with Company E, 5th Medical Battalion. We were all corpsmen. And I went up and dug in. I don't even remember now who I was with. And we was dug in probably a crater hole from one of the bombs.
When I got to the top and came up over the lip of the crater, I saw in front of me a couple of Marines dragging a piece of what appeared to be Japanese water pipe. Lieutenant Schreier and several other Marines from his command group squatted around that piece of water pipe. Lieutenant Schreier took out an American flag and they proceeded to lash it to the end of the one ends of the pole. When it was completed, they stood up and walked towards some high ground, the highest ground on Mount Suribachi that we could find. And the group jammed the end of the flagpole into the ground, pushed it upright, and there was the flag, our colors finally up.
All of a sudden, my assistant gunner is hitting me with his entrenching tool on the foot. And I turned to him and I said, "Steve, what are you doing?" He said, Tatum, what?" I said, "What do you want?" He said, "Look, they got the flag on Suribachi."
And I saw it and I yelled, "The flag is going up on Suribachi." There was an overwhelming yell from the crew and from the amphibious Group 1 men up on the flag deck. Everybody turned and looked in that direction.
Everybody started pointing towards the Suribachi, and that's when the first flag went out. That was probably about maybe an hour after I landed, because I think we landed about 9:30 and the flag went up about 10:30.
It was a patriotic moment, no doubt about it. I think the pride engulfed me. You know, it's just when you saw that, there's no way to describe the emotions that it sent through your body or anything like that.
You could just feel a chill go through your body, the thrill of seeing the colors. So, and you know, we were very young, fully indoctrinated in the Marine Corps law and tradition. And when you see the flag, it just had a very special meaning to you.
When the flag went up, I guess we all got a few goosebumps.
And I have to tell you, felt great to be an American, and it felt great to be a Marine.
Everyone was so elated and so proud to see the Stars and Stripe on Suribachi, not knowing that that was the first raising of the flag and there would be another raising which we never knew until later.
I wasn't aware of Joe Rosenthal's picture of the second flag raising until well after the war. It didn't receive any coverage or publicity when we returned from Iwo Jima and went back to our training grounds. As far as we were concerned, well, as far as I was concerned, only one flag had gone up, the one I had seen go up. I wasn't even aware of Rosenthal or the second flag raising.
I didn't know about the second flag raising for a long, long time, of course. I knew there was a flag raising, but I never saw any pictures, even of the Rosenthal pictures, till much later. And the first pictures I saw of it was of the Rosenthal pictures, not the Lowry pictures.
I didn't know there was a second flag raising maybe for a few years after I was discharged.
When we were considering what was going on with the two flag raisings, we remembered that the first flag raising was for the Marines on the island because they reacted to it. The second flag raising, Rosenthal's picture, was for the morale of the people back home. They reacted to it. The people on Iwo didn't even know there had been a second flag raising because really what it was a replacement. You know, when the Marine Corps finally recognizes by name the men who were involved in the raising of the first flag, I'm going to be very happy. It'll be the culmination of decades-long effort to get the right names in front of the Marine Corps. Marine Corps battle history is very important. It's part of the lore, the tradition. It makes up our identity as Marines. And for these men to be identified is just going to add more strength and more glory to the Marine Corps. And I think it's well past time that they finally correctly identify all of the men who took part in raising the first flag.
They duly need to be recognized for their part, because that had to be some bravery to go up on that peak and plant and raise that flag, because they were in sight of so many troops of the Japanese forces.
So when are they going to get credit on that? They should be getting credit pretty soon after 61 years, right?